Welcome to the demonstration of query instantiation guidance with semantic OLAP patterns. In this demonstration, we're going to present our application based on an example. Our goal is to guide users through query instantiation so that they are able to fulfill their information needs. The end users in our use case, the Agri-Bruno project, are farmers, veterinarians, and agricultural consultants. One example for an information need would be that a farmer would like to know for each of his animals in each day of June 2016 the ratio between the food an animal consumed on one day and the milk it produced the next day. This is going to be the example for our demo. So let's jump right into the application. This is our web application with which we're going to instantiate our pattern. So now let's choose the pattern we want to instantiate, the heterogeneous independent set comparison. Now we're going to have a closer look at its descriptions. On the right, you can see several descriptions which help the user choose the right pattern. Down below, you can see the elements of the pattern. We already know that this is the right pattern, so we're going to start instantiating it. Here you can see partial pattern instances. These are templates which can be used to instantiate patterns. As we want to instantiate our things from scratch, we're just going to press continue. Now let's start provide values for our formal pattern elements. As you can see in the overview, they are empty at the moment. We're going to start with our first formal pattern element, the SE_fact class. As there are no restrictions, there is a long list of values. We're going to look for the feeding fact and choose it as value. Then we are going to continue. The next pattern element we are going to instantiate is the SE dimension. Here we can see the list of the dimensions of the feeding fact. We are going to choose animal and date dimension and continue to our next pattern element. This is SE measure. Down below we can see a list of all measures applicable to the feeding fact. We are interested in the consumed weight roughage. Here we can see some attributes like the range or a comment. We're going to choose the consumed weight roughage and continue to our next element. Our next element is the SI dimension attribute. These are the attributes of the dimensions we chose before. We're going to choose animal and date as identifying attributes. Now let's get to the last formal pattern element of the set of interest. This is the SE slice formal pattern element. Down below you can see a set of possible predicates. They are of different types. Fact predicates relating to facts, dimension predicate restricting dimensions, and fact dimension predicates using both. For our example, we're going to choose the June 2016 predicate and continue to the next set. As we can see in the current bindings, set of interest is now complete. Now let's start with set of comparison, respectively with the SC fact class formal pattern element. We're going to look for the milk fact, select it, and continue on to the SC dimension formal pattern element. Here we can see that the facts feeding and milk are colored in red, as they differ between the set of interest and set of comparison. Now let's choose the SC dimension. We're gonna again choose animal and date as we did in the set of interest. In the following we can see that animal and date are colored in green in both sets, as they are the same. Let's get to the SC measure. We're gonna choose the sum of milk yield per lure here and continue. Now we are going to choose the values for the SC dimension attribute formal pattern element. We're going to choose animal and date as we did in the set of interest. Now there is only one formal pattern element remaining in the set of comparison, the SC slice. Here we again going to choose the predicate June 2016 as we did in the set of interest and continue. As we now see in the current FP bindings, set of interest and set of comparison is completely bound. This just leaves us with the non-set elements. We're going to start with the comparative measure here and choose the food-milk ratio which we want to calculate. Now there is only one formal pattern element left, the fact correlation. Here we're going to choose the predicates match day to day after and same animal, as we want to match the same animals instead of interest instead of comparison. We have now instantiated all our formal pattern elements, as you can see in the overview. Now we only have to put in an instance name and may add a comment as description. Then we create the pattern instance and upload it to the server. As we can see here, the upload was successful. Now we are able to execute our query. Here we can see all instantiated pattern instances. We're gonna choose the one we instantiated right now. Now we have to choose in which way to retrieve it, either as CSV or in QB format, which is an enriched semantic format. We're gonna choose the CSV format. Now the query is executed and the data are loaded into our interface. Here we can see the result of our query. This can be used now by experts to analyze the situation. Now we have seen the whole pattern instantiation process and how to retrieve data from an instantiated pattern. This brings us to the end of our demo. Thanks for watching.